はい、皆さん、こんにちは。皆さん、お元気ですか？はい、元気です。先生はお元気ですか？はい、元気です。ありがとうございます。I could do that. 始めましょうか？今日の生徒リーダーは誰ですか？はい、どうぞ。起立。気をつけ。礼。お願いします。着席。You might have noticed that I'm wearing a judo gi. It looks like karate gi, but it's judo. The material is a little bit stronger, more durable because you're grabbing a hold of it and pulling with judo. When I was living in Nihon ni sundeimashita no toki ni, the time when I was living in Nihon, sundeimashita is to be living. I looked for karate sensei to teach me karate. And the most chikai, the nearest one I could find was Jiten today, about 45 分, about 45 minutes. And they wanted to charge okane, and it was a lot. It was takai, a lot, taksan. And so I decided against it, but I found a hito who was judo no sensei, and he was teaching judo, and he said, okane ga iranai. You don't need money. Okane ga iranai. So he taught me judo for Ninen Kan, 2 years period Ninen Kan for free. It was sugoi. But he was pretty sugoi and tsuyoi, strong. One day, one of my tomodachi came to me and said, Sensei, Dwai Sensei, Dwai Sensei. I said, Nani? Did you hear about Ishikawa Sensei? I said, Nani? Ishikawa Sensei was hit by a kurama. I said, Daijoubu desu ka? And that's a new vocabulary word this week. Was he okay? Is he okay? Daijoubu desu ka? I said, Daijoubu desu, daijoubu desu. Demo, kurama ga koremashita. But the car was broken. And I was like, wow, Chuck Norris jokes in Nihon. Awesome. So last week, we did some atarashi tango on 268 page. We did this side up to here. If you do not have your kyokasho out, please kyokasho dashite kudasai. Pause this video. Get out your noto, your notebook, pen, to p.2 dochidemo, either one's fine. So you have something to jot down with. Let's go over the vocabulary tango. Okay, so starting with a review that we did last week. Repeat after me for leg. Ashi. Actually, I should do it the other way around. How do you say leg in Nihongo? Ashi. You may glance at the kanji. Meaning. Do you remember how to say meaning? Imi. Ask for the meaning. Imi wa. That was an app I asked you to download if you have an iPhone. Imi wa. Ask for the meaning. Restroom. Yes, you could say otoire. Honorable toilet, but they say the restroom rather than toilet. They like to say honorable. O, hand, te, washing, arai. O, te, arai. Honorable hand washing facilities. O, te, arai. If you look at the kanji, you'll notice the second kanji is actually hand. All right, so then the next one we've got is stomach. Onaka. Onaka. And if your stomach hurts, you'd say onaka ga. It's the stomach itai that hurts. Head, atama. How do you say headache? Atama ga itai. Today you're going to learn throat is nodo. Sore throat is nodo ga itai. Okay, so the next one, cold, not as in samui cold, but as in I've got a cold is kaze. Kaze, literally wind. So you kaze o hikimashita. I caught a cold, and you're going to learn that again today. Okay, girlfriend and boyfriend. Girlfriend, literally, kanojo means she. Kanojo. But if you want to say my girlfriend, then you say watashi no kanojo. It's my girl or girlfriend. So kare is boy or he. He o kare wa, as for him. If somebody wanted to say, oh, that's as for my boyfriend, then you would say watashi no kare, my guy. Temperature is kion, and that's for weather, by the way, not for like you've got a fever or something like that. Do is usually used for like a temperature of like a person. Okay, cloudy weather. If kumo is cloudy, how would you say, if kumo is cloud, how would you say cloudy? Kumori. Kumori. Match or contest is what? Shiai. So you might go see a shiai. Juice is just katakana. Juice. We skip politics. Grade is a good one. However, like you got a grade on a test is seiseki. Seiseki. Iiseki. Iiseki. Good grade. Seiseki ga warui, or is bad. Seiseki ga warukata. It was a bad grade. Cough. Seki is cough. We're going to also learn the phrase to cough comes out today as well. So like you're coughing. Your throat, you might have heard that word just a minute ago. Nodo. This is your kubi, your neck. Inside is your nodo, your throat. So if kusuri is medicine, can you guess what nodo kusuri is? Throat medicine or cough drops. Hai. Ha, tooth. Ha, haburashi, toothbrush. Ha. Flower is hana. So you might smell a hana with your hana. Sunny. Do you remember that one? Hare. When you were watching Majo no Takyuben, Kiki's delivery service, on the radio she was listening to at the beginning, it said, Kyou wa hare. Today is clear. Ashita mo hare. Tomorrow will also be clear. Hare desho will be, I think, clear. Okay, clothes are fuku. これは服です. This is a kind of clothing. Fuku. In fact, student uniform is seifuku. Students say, like seito, seifuku. We kind of skipped hangover, but could mention, I guess, that futsuka is the second day, futsuka is the second day, and yoi is weak or intoxicated. Present, katakana, purezento. Homesickness, homushiku. Minus, just katakana, minusu. Mainasu. A thing that's tangible is mono. Do you remember intangible thing? Koto. What's a tangible thing? Mono. Like a wearing thing is a kimono. Snow, yuki. You might glance at the kanji. It has rain over katakana character. We skipped to take care of business, and here's the new ones. Adjectives on the bottom of 268. We've got just a few adjectives. The first one is sweet, as in like it tastes sweet. Amai. Amai. Take a look at the kanji. It looks a little like the kanji for sun, except the top bar goes all the way across. It stretches further than sun would. And the two vertical lines at the top also stick up. So it's kind of got that thing going on right there. Amai. Now, if you want to make it negative, how do you make an adjective negative? Amai. You drop the e and you add kunai. Amakunai. That's not sweet. Amakunai. How about to make it past tense? Adjectives. Drop the e and add katta. So amai becomes amakatta. It was sweet. Amakatta. If you want to say negative past tense, you drop the e and add kunakatta. Amakunakatta. It was not sweet. Amakunakatta. All right. So to hurt, this is the second adjective, is itai. Sometimes they put a small tsu in there for emphasis. It's like itai. Itakata. But usually just itai is fine. Itai. So throat hurts. Throat is nodo. Nodo ga itai. Atama ga itai. Onaka, stomach. Onaka ga itai. To hurt or be painful or ache or sore. There are many. This is the sanban, number 3 down there on the adjectives. Oi. Oi. There are many. Look at the kanji. It's actually like a katakana ka, a ta, right over another katakana ta. So there's a lot of ta. Ta-da, ta-ta, ta-ta-ta-ta. O-o-i is, there are many. Oi. O-kata. There were so many of them. O-kata. Fourth one, this one is pretty useful for Nihon because Nihon wa semai desu. Nihon is confining, not spacious or narrow. The joke is that a Nihon no michi, a Japanese road, Nihon no michi wa semai desu. It's narrow because a semi could never fit on it. The little roads in the back roads of Nihon are so narrow a semi-truck could never fit on them. That's true with old roads in Europe as well. They were designed for single people to pass each other on the road, or 2 people on horseback, not wide cars, or maybe a wagon one direction. So, but many of those roads have remained the same roads for hundreds of years, so they haven't changed the roads. America's a new country, but Japan's, many of those back roads have been there for 3 or 4 or 5 or 600 years, so they're the same width. The houses on both sides still. All right, on the next page, we're skipping inconvenient to have scheduling. It's inconvenient, but take a look at the last 3 characters. Warui. Warui means bad, and that, in fact, is the adjective right below it. To as bad as warui. It's an adjective, so warukatta, it was bad. My grade, seiseki ga warukatta. My grade was bad. Remember we learned about Mario is the good one, and warui is a mixture of waru, bad, and Mario, waruya, or Wario is bad Mario. So warui is bad. There's only one adjective. and it's just suteki. It's a na adjective, so you'd say suteki na, and then you could say the object. It's a cool car. Suteki na kuruma. It's a nice bike. Suteki na jitensha. You can flip it around, but then you have to drop the na. It's a cool car. As for the car, it's cool. Kuruma ga suteki. You drop the na, desu. Kuruma ga suteki desu. It's a cool bicycle. Jitensha ga suteki desu. It's the bicycle that is cool. So you drop the na if you are saying as for the vehicle or as for the object, it's cool. Otherwise, keep the na, suteki na, and then say the object. Okay, u-verbs. U-verbs, as we learned, you have to shift that u up one and make mas. So a-u becomes a-imasu. Iku, ikimasu. So we've got some u-verbs right here. To walk is aruku. Aruku. How would you make it mas form? Aruku. Arukimasu. Arukimasu. To catch a cold. Kaze, a cold. Kaze o hiku. Shift it up. Kaze o hikimasu. Past tense. Kaze o hikimashita. I caught a cold. Kaze o hikimashita. Okay, to have an interest is kyomi. To be interest exists. Oh, I have an interest in something. You're going to use the aru, means to exist. Kyomi ga aru. There is an interest. Or a mas form, kyomi ga aru becomes arimasu. This one looks like a ru verb. It looks like you should drop it, but aru is an u verb. So it's not. It's in disguise. Aru becomes arimasu. Oh, there is a book. Hon ga arimasu. There was a book. Hon ga arimashita. There was an interest, kyomi ga arimashita. I had an interest. I have an interest, kyomi ga arimasu. Okay, to lose is nakusu. We'll skip that one for now, but su would shift up and say nakushimasu, nakushimashita. To have a fever, netsu is a fever. Netsu ga aru, make it a mas form. Netsu ga arimasu. To become thirsty. They say your throat is thirsting. Nodo ga, it's my throat. Nodo ga. Instead of itai, ouch, they're going to say kawaii ku is a dictionary form, or nodo ga kawaii. Well, the ta form is kawaita. I became thirsty, but you could shift it to kimasu. And nodo ga kawaii kimasu. I am thirsty. Nodo ga kawaita is the most common way. I became thirsty. That might make a good bonus. Okay, ru verbs. There's only two. And how do you treat ru verbs? Just drop the ru and add mas. Past tense, drop the ru and add mashita. So to have a cold, we learned in the previous vocabulary that seki is a cough. So seki ga, it's a cough. And then you say deru. That means to come out. Look at the kanji for to come out. It looks like a mountain coming out of a mountain. Now, this is a ru verb. So, deru, drop the ru and add mas. Seki ga, de mas. Past tense, de mashita, to come out. Seki ga de mas. To break up. Oh, this one's pretty sad. To break up or separate. It sounds like it's a little close to the word to understand. Instead of wakarimasu, it's wakaremasu. Wakareru, wakare. To break up or separate. That could just be a bonus too. I'm not going to use that. Two irregular verbs, they're both using suru, which we've learned. Suru means to do. There's only two irregular verbs in all Nihongo. To do, suru, becomes shimasu. And to come, kuru, becomes kimasu. If you can learn those two, you're set. So, again, to become nervous is kincho, and then you do it shimasu, shimashita, suru, whatever. To worry, shimpai, is to worry. Shimpai suru, shimpai shimasu. You don't need to worry. Shimpai iranai, don't have to worry. Shimpai iranai. Or don't worry. Shimpai nai de kudasai, don't worry. Adverbs and other expressions. Get well soon. This one's so nice to use. If somebody says, kaze ikimashita, I'm sick, then you can say, oh, please get well. Odaiji ni, please take care, get well. Can mean recover, get well soon. You don't look well. Of course, genki is o genki desu ka? Hai genki desu. Genki ga, it's the health, the energy. Nai is not, or arimasen. Genki ga nai, not healthy. Genki ga arimasen, not healthy, not energetic. Probably, this one's super good to know. Tabun. So are we going to resume school after summer vacation? Tabun. Maybe. Tabun. Don't really know. Can't say yes or no. So I'm going to say maybe. Maybe. And the fourth one, the adverbs and other expressions, is one of my all-time favorites. This one is so beautiful. You definitely should learn this one. When I was learning judo, of course, imagine being in Nihon and you've never learned a martial art, and sometimes the Nihongo would be a little challenging, right? I mean, us being non-native speakers, when you're living in Nihon, you might have to struggle learning something, or somebody might say vocabulary, a phrase you don't know, especially with judo, there's a lot of technical words, or maybe I was a little awkward. I wasn't really, a great dancer, and coordinating my feet, my legs, and my arms, it took me a little longer at the beginning. So what my sensei would say is dekiru. That means to do, or to be able to do, actually. To be able to do. I say, hey, you did well. Yoku well dekimashita. Yoku dekimashita. You could do well. But if somebody wants to say only, I took it down, but the sign said only in Japanese, Nihongo dake, remember that? Only what you can do is dekiru, to be done, dake. Dekiru dake. You can only do what you can do. You're only required to do whatever you're able to do. Anything more, you don't have to feel bad about. The book translates it as much as possible. Strive for the maximum, but don't feel bad if you can't do as well as somebody else that is next to you or near you. You don't have to start working it in your head and saying, oh, I'm no good. No, just dekiru dake. Do your personal best. If you're doing your personal best, then you should be proud of what you are achieving. If it's your best, and you know what your best is. Your best is not just, so a little bit. It's really trying. All right. We learned that there are two ways to say temperature. If you're talking about, it's about the 8th one down or 9th one down on the left page for temperature or weather is kion. But this one, under the adverbs and expressions, there's a little nani, a little tilde, and then it says do. That's used for degrees. So like it's 100 degrees. Hyaku do. Wow, hyaku do. Now, I would hope that would be Fahrenheit. If it was Celsius, I would hope you're cooking. So anyway, hyaku do would be 100 degrees. In Fahrenheit, that would be pretty hot. In Celsius, extremely cooking. All right, for 2 or 3 days, we learned to say you basically ni 2 san 3 nichi 2 3 days ni san 2 3 days ni san nichi. Nodo means because or from something. Previously, we learned kara. So like from 1 o'clock to 2, ichiji kara, niji made. 1 o'clock, ichiji kara to 2 o'clock. Or I didn't study benkyou shinakata kara from not studying, and then the test was difficult. You can use nodo instead. It's a little bit more formal. It's more for written form, but you can substitute like from 1 o'clock to ichiji nodo niji made. Or maybe it's more common to use with like, because I didn't study benkyou shinakata nodo node, and then the shiken ga muzukashikatta. The shiken was muzikashi. The last two, for when we begin class, we say hajime. Let's begin. Hajimemashou. Let's do an introduction. Or let's begin. Hajimemashou. Hajimemashite. Let's do an introduction. But if you're saying for the first time, it's my first time to eat sushi, then you would say the beginning, hajime, and then you just add a te. So, have you eaten sushi before? Hajimete. It's my first time. Have you been to Nihon before? Hajimete desu. It's my first time to be in Nihon. So, hajime, and then just add a te. The kanji is the same in all of those, by the way. Very soon, or in a few moments or days, upcoming, next. You say mo, yet, and then you say sugu, to be next or soon. Mosugu, a bit more to go. Mosugu. All right, you guys have otsukare-sama deshita. You worked very hard on a lot of tango. So what I would do is I would make a Quizlet of all of the tango that we emphasized, and you in parentheses, if you want to put the kanji, you can. It's good to visually recognize those, but make sure that you can say them and read them. Not all of them I emphasize, but the ones that you don't know that you think are going to be more useful, those are the ones I would definitely put in Quizlet. I'm going to give you an assignment here in a minute for actually Suyobi, and then a Mokuyobi will have a Shiken. But first, I thought I would show you Watashi no katana. You might have noticed that there's a katana behind me. Let's take a look at that. Okay, これは何ですか? これは日本の刀です. It's a work of art, Japanese katana. And when you draw the blade, usually the curve should be pointed up, and you rest the back of the blade, the curved, the bowing, the side so it would be bowing up. Rest that on there, and then you draw the blade out, and the bottom of the blade should be resting. And this is the not sharp side, that should be resting on the bottom of the scabbard. You don't want to draw up. If you raise it up, then you're going to be cutting the top of this the wood here. You may take a look at this one. This one has, if you look in the reflection, you might notice that the steel itself has, if I can get this, you can see the wave of the steel. If I can show some spots, it's a little hard to see in this light. But there's the wave of the where it's cut. There you go. You can see in the reflection right at the shiniest part right below that. See, there's a little the steel below that has waves in the steel itself, and that's because they folded this steel many hundreds of times when they were making this blade. Right there, you can see a little bit in the gleam there of pattern in the steel. So これは日本の katana desu. May not help me with coronavirus, but when the zombie apocalypse comes, set. So anyway, これは日本の katana desu. Right, let's put that back. Right. All right, so if you would like, you may now pause this video and take a break. And if you are ready to go, let's go ahead and review the bunpo from last week just to make sure we're good. And then we're going to look at the kaiwa, okay? Okay, we previously last on 270 page, we learned about n-des form, okay? N-des is used for when you are explaining something. So, I can say, oh, it is a pen des. But if you want to say, with n-des form, then that means like, well, I'm explaining it's a pen. And usually how we would do that is you're reporting something. You're reporting, that's how it is. That's why I'm saying. I'm giving more explanation. For a na-adjective, now with if you are just saying it is, then you would say, like, it's quiet. Shizuka desu. It's quiet. But if you want to say, I'm explaining why it's because it's quiet that I can study, then shizuka nan desu. Shizuka is a na adjective, but you're going to keep the na in this case and add the n and desu. Shizuka nan desu. Shizuka na, it's silent. Shizuka, but usually you drop the na when you are using it just desu form. Shizuka desu. Shizuka nan desu. With a noun, gakusei desu. They are a scholar. But if you want to use the explaining, gakusei, they actually use a na, in this case, nan desu. Gakusei nan desu. I'm explaining they're a student. That's why they can't have a full-time job. Gakusei nan desu. Because they are, I'm explaining they are a student. They've got some examples here. So like, what I would do is I would read each of these examples, and the good news is I'm not going to say you have to write any of these. What I want you to be able to do is if you see a sentence that ends in n, des, or basically somebody is explaining something, they're explaining about, that's all you need to be able to do is translate in that case. Last week we learned sugiru. Sugiru is it's a ru verb that you add on to something to say it's too much. I ate too much, I got up too early, that kind of stuff. It's just something happened too early. So I got up too early. Hayaku, early or quickly. And it said okimasu. Oki, you drop the mas and add sugiru, or change it to sugimashita. Hayaku, oki sugimashita. I got up too early. You mustn't eat too much. Tabe. Now, normally it's going to be taberu. Drop the ru. You're just working with the verb stem. Tabe. And then you stick on sugi. Now, earlier we learned like ikemasen, you shouldn't do. So, tabe, to be eat. Sugite, the te form. Wa ikemasen, it's too much that you shouldn't eat. All right, so you'd better do something. This is in your own best interest. We did this last week as well. I'm just kind of reviewing it. I hope the videos that I posted at least gave you some ability to hear that, okay? So it's nani, something comes first, and then ho ga ii desu. That way would be good. It would be good if you would do that. You better eat more vegetables, motto, more. Yasai o, vegetables. Tabe, to be eaten, past tense, and then ho ga ii desu, yo. Short form, if you're making constructions with grammar, you're usually going to want to use short form to build a more lengthy grammar. So instead of, what's the past tense? Well, taberu's dictionary form. What's the past tense? Mas form, past tense. Tabe mashita. Short form, tabeta. It's the same as te form, but you just change it to ta. Tabeta. What's the, how about ikimasu? What's the past tense? Ikimashita. What's the short past tense? Itta. How about to see? Mimasu. What's the past tense? Mimashita. What's the, like I saw it, the short form, it's the same as te form, but you change it to ta? Mita. I saw it. Mita. Right. All right. Let's take a look at node. This was, I think, and also listed in the vocabulary. Node. It's used the same as kara, because of something. It's a little bit more formal. So, I usually use kara, especially when I'm speaking. But for written form, instead of saying, well, I didn't study kara, this happened. I didn't study period, node, and then go on to it. So, like, my Japanese has improved because I always speak Japanese. So, itsumo, always Nihongo de in Japanese, hanasu, to speak, node. You could use kara, node. And then you could say, it's Japanese that I've become good at. Nihongo ga jouzu ni narimashita. I became good at it. So, all right. There are 2 more grammar points for reviewing again. This is nani nani nakereba ikemasen, where it's not necessary. You don't have to do that. So basically, nakereba is to not be done, and then ikemasen it would be bad. Literally, if you don't do it, it would be bad. So if you don't do it, it would be bad. Sorry, I was reading the wrong one. So let's see. How about if you don't study, it would be bad. It would be bad. Nakereba ikemasen. Benkyou shi nakereba. And then you add that it would be bad. Ikemasen. How about if you don't go to school? It would be bad. If you don't go. Gakko e ikereba. And then ikemasen. How about if you don't eat vegetables? Do you remember vegetable? Yasai o tabe, instead of tabe nai, tabe na kereba, and then ikemasen. It would be bad. There's a little chart here on the next page, Tsugi no peiji, so take a look at that. It shows you basically how to take the verb in the dictionary form and to move it in nai form, which is the short negative. Now, previously we learned like the formal, the long form. So I go ikimasu. I don't go ikimasen. What's the nai form of to go? Now, do you remember iku, dictionary form? I go ikimasu. To make nai form, if it's an u verb, you shift all the way up. Ikanai. To speak, hanasu. What's the mas form? Hanashimasu. What's the masen form of to speak? I don't speak it. Hanashimasen. What's the nai form? Hanasanai. Not speak. To stand, tatsu. What's the mas form to stand? Tachimasu. What's the nai form? Not stand. Tatanai. Not stand. So to make a nai form, you shift up. Now, if it's a ru verb, it's a ru verb, you just drop the ru and add nai. So, for example, to eat, taberu. What's not eat? Tabemasen or tabe nai. Tabe nai. Don't eat. To return, kaeru is it a ru verb or an u verb? This is a trick one because the kaeru ends in ru. What's the mas form of return? Kaeru. Is it kae? Do you drop the ru and say kae mas, or do you shift the ru up and say kae ru kae rimas, kae rimas, which sounds right. That's correct. Even though it ends in ru, it's in disguise. It's not a ru verb. Kae ru becomes kae rimas. So what's nai form? Kae rimasen would be, what's the short form? Kae rimasen becomes kae ranai. Kae ranai, not return. So you're going to be using the verb. The verb, here's the dictionary form, with the short negative. This is shifting it up to the top. Now, if it's a ru verb, you just drop the ru and add nai. Otherwise, it's going to become that second one, au, to meet. Now, au becomes aimas. This is the exception. To meet isn't nai. It's too hard to say nai. So they actually use the wa, and they say awanai. Awanai. So the second example they give here, they've got, oops, I lost my spot, is going to be in the nai form, or the wanai form. And where is that? It was right there. There we go. So here. So we've got iu instead of ianai, it's iwanai. Iwanai, not speak. So iwanai, if not spoken, ikemasen, it would be bad. It would be bad if you don't talk. So anyway, take a look at that. Watch the video links that I posed earlier as well. And then this last one right here is used for, like, I think, or probably, it's also used for weather reports. If you're watching weather reports on TV, they'll say, well, I think it's a hare desho. I think it should be clear. Like Kiki's delivery service, it probably will be rainy. Ame desho will probably be rainy. So you just add what you say it is, something ga, like ame ga, and then you just add desho, I think. Hare desho or hare ga desho. Okay, so, 皆さん、お疲れ様でした. You have worked hard. お疲れ様でした. A lot of material. I wish we could do this in person. It would be a lot easier than trying to do the technology at the same time. But again, for Suyobi, if you would please make a Kahoot, not a Kahoot, a Quizlet of the Atarashi Tango. And I've been thinking about doing a Kahoot for this week's quiz. This might be a little bit of a experiment. We've done Kahoot in the classroom. We've never done Kahoot at home. So I believe I'm going to try to, if it doesn't work, I'll just have a regular quiz. But I'm going to try to put a Kahoot online for you guys that you will, you'll have a number or to log into Kahoot. and you will use that number from at home, and you will be able to access it, I believe, not at the same time as everybody, but whenever you are able to access it, you'll be able to do that, Kahoot, and plug in your answers, and it should give you a score, and you'll see how you did instantly, and I believe that will give me a list of all of the entire class, everybody, and what their score is. Now, in order for this to work, if you see a link for Kahoot, it's essential you use your real name, your hontou no namae, so that I can, align your score with you. For the most part, I'm looking for participation, okay? Now, obviously, if you do absolutely terrible on it, then you're going to want to try again and improve. Otherwise, it shows you didn't really care to perfect it. So I'm going to see if I can open it up for multiple attempts and keep your best score. Try to perfect that and get as many as possible correct until you can get a decent score. And make sure your real name is on there, and then that'll work. If this doesn't work, then we'll just have to do a regular quiz the way we normally do. So normally do. So a little bit of an experimentation here, minasan. Anyway, minasan, これで終わりましょう. Let's finish here. はい、皆さん頑張ってください. Do your best. 勉強してください. Please study. 勉強しなければいけません. It would be bad if you didn't study. 勉強してください. Please study. はい、さよなら。さよなら。